Hey y'all, welcome back to the Rhodes Less Traveled. Today we're going to be reviewing this Wi-Fi solar trail camera from Solar Eye. Alright y'all, Solar Eye sent me this camera. I'm very appreciative to them for that. That being said, like always, I'm still going to give a thorough and honest review. So let's just kind of go over some of the specs on the box for this camera before we get into it. So this is the Solar Eye solar Wi-Fi trail camera, model SV-TCKW. It's waterproof, has a trigger speed of 0.2 seconds, which is pretty good. Sensor distance of 70 feet. It has a solar panel in the box, and the camera also has a built-in battery, so you don't have to use AA batteries in this camera. It uses a micro SD card of 256 gigs, has video resolution of 2.7K at 30 frames per second, 1080p 30 frames, 720p 30 frames. Photo resolution, there's a bunch of them there from 48 to 2, and the working temperature. So let's go ahead, we kind of hit on the specs. Let's get in here and let's see what's in the box. Alright, right off the bat, looks like we've got our solar panel. There, pretty large solar panel. Let's set that aside. Kind of open up these flaps here. We've got a quick start guide, that's handy. User manual. And then there's the camera in there. Let's pull the camera itself out. Don't look bad. Looks pretty nice. Set it aside. Here's a charging cable for charging the built-in battery. Some mounting hardware. More mounting hardware. These are the plates for the mounting hardware. And finally, a strap. Okay, so let's actually take the camera out, take a little closer look at it. There's some film on the outside of the sensors and the camera lens. Let's peel that off before we get started. Got that film off. Let's open this dude up. Well, first off, let's look at the outside. So you do have a spot here where you could actually lock the door shut, and it does have a spot on the back here you can run some sort of cable. So if I was running this on public land, what I'd probably do is find me a small lock that fit this hole and run a cable through here and lock it to the door so you can't open the camera, steal the card, or pull it off the tree. Open it up. Alright, it's got a nice big LCD screen. That's very nice. Also, the camera comes with a 32 gig micro SD card. That's a great touch. I appreciate you, Solar Eye, for including that. And pull the last protective film off here. And on the side here is where you could put some AA batteries if you choose to run them. The bottom is the built-in lithium battery, so you probably do not want to mess with that for any reason. But the camera does operate off of 4 AA batteries that it uses as a backup to the built-in lithium battery pack and the solar panel. But if you're using this built-in lithium battery in conjunction with solar panel, you probably won't ever need AA batteries. So, since I'm out here in the field, I actually brought some AA batteries to put in this camera for a backup. If you're opening this thing up at your house, I recommend going ahead and fully charging the built-in lithium battery before you head out in the field. But I'm already out here and don't want to take time to charge lithium batteries, so I'm just going to throw some AA's in there to work as a backup, and then our solar panel should fully charge the built-in lithium battery pack over time. Okay, we got our batteries in here. I'm about to do the very first power on, but I'm going to walk around behind the camera so that you can see, along with me, what the camera looks like when it turns on. Okay, here's our camera. Let's do the first power on. The power on is down here at the bottom right. There's an off, a test, and an on. Let's switch it over to test. There we go, it's powering on. Okay, there we go. Looks like it's turned on. In the bottom right hand corner, you can see your various battery levels. The top one is the built-in battery. That's only got 2 bars, which we're not too worried about because the solar panel will finish topping that off. In the bottom right, we have our AA batteries, which is used for backup, and it's full bars. Let's go into our menu. Let's go to mode. We're going to do motion detection. 30-second delays, fine. We don't have to worry about work time. Recording types. Let's do photo plus video so we get a good sample size of both. Photo resolution. We want to go the highest possible resolution to see how good this camera sensor is. So 48 megapixels. Video resolution 2.7K. Highest resolution once again. Multi-shot. We'll leave that at 1. Recording duration. Let's do 15-second videos. Audio recording is on. Detection delay, 30 seconds, that's fine. Sensitivity, we'll leave that on middle for now. Motion filter, I'm not sure what that is, we'll leave it off. PIR test. Not too worried about that. Field light distance, interesting. So far, camera name, Wi-Fi. Let's set our date and time. Today is December 22nd, 2024. And it is 2:30. Afternoon, so it'll be 14:30. Okay, date format, that's fine with me. Time format, 24 hours, fine with me. Date stamp is on. Loop recording is on. That means it's going to overwrite your SD card. Yes, we'll format our SD card. Language is good. Password protection has a factory reset and version information. Okay, that's it. Alright y'all, so this camera is also Wi-Fi compatible. So all those settings we just manually set on the camera itself, you can also do within the app. Plus some other cool features like viewing your photo gallery or viewing a preview of what your camera sees. To get that app, you need to go to your app store, whether it's Android or iOS. The QR codes for those are within the user manual, and the app is called Trail Camera Go. I actually already have the Trail Camera Go app downloaded on my phone from another camera that I use, so I'm going to open it up and let's take a look at that. Alright y'all, so we're within our app here, and you can see my the other camera that I've utilized within this application. So it's important to note that our trail camera is turned on and it's in setup mode. Let's press the plus button top right corner to add a new device. It's going to be a Wi-Fi device. The camera is on and near me. Next. Searching. There it is. That was pretty quick. Popped right up. Let's connect to the camera. It wants to use our location. We'll allow while using the app. It says the camera is waking up. And then we want to say join. Okay, so I had trouble getting the app to connect on the first try, so I had to go into my settings and enable this local network. Let's go back. Let's try again and see if we can connect to the app. Okay, just like that, it connected. We're going to set a device name. This is actually pretty much my backyard, so we'll say backyard. And there we go. It's the top backyard camera there. Let's click on it. We can see all of its information. We can see its battery levels, its memory card, temperature, when it was last updated, all that information. We can go to camera. We can actually see a preview. There you are. We can also manually take a photo. You can save it to your camera gallery, but I'm not going to do that. And you can also manually take a video. Let's go through and peruse through the settings here real quick. So work mode is on motion detection. That's what we want. 30-second interval, photo plus video, full-time work time, medium sensitivity. Looks like the mic volume's working. You can also turn on and off the watermark and the Wi-Fi LED. Language is English, security, and there's a factory reset. So it looks like everything is looking pretty good. I think it's time to get this thing on a tree. We'll come back in our app to verify that we have the right field of view. And I'm going to throw some corn out. We're going to leave it. See what we can get on it. All right, y'all. We got our camera all set up here and ready to go. I put the solar panel on an existing 1/4-20 bolt I have threaded into this test tree. If you've watched any of my other trail camera reviews, you're familiar with this tree. It's the same one that I do pretty much all of my reviews on. Now, you could have used the included hardware, but since I had this available, I just went ahead and screwed the camera on there to take advantage of it. I kind of wrapped my cable here around the tree and then plugged it into the camera. And then we powered on and I connected back to my app to make sure we had this thing aimed exactly where I wanted it to be. That's one of the great things about these Wi-Fi cameras, is that you can be 100% certain the camera is set exactly the way you want it before you walk out of the woods. So now we've got this camera set up and I've thrown a little bit of corn out here to try to attract some wildlife. We're going to leave it for a week or two. We're going to come back and we're going to check it. We're going to see what our photos, what our videos look like, and then we'll have some final thoughts and conclusions on this camera. All right, y'all. Our camera here's been out for a week and a half to 2 weeks, somewhere in there. I just want to come out here and check and see if he's been taking some pictures and videos. Here, I connected to the camera from the app. I switched the camera back to the test mode, and then connected my app to it, and then went to the gallery so we can see how many pictures it's taking. And you can tell in this gallery it's taking a lot of pictures and videos. Here's an example of a doe from last night. It's a picture, and then you can also view the video within the app. So far, everything seems like it's working really well. I like the Wi-Fi part of these cameras so that you can, view your gallery without having to bring an SD card reader or anything like that. You can just hook up to your phone, browse through here real quick, see if there's anything of interest. If there is, you can click that bottom left button there to download it. You can swipe through. It is a little bit slow loading them across the connection here, but it's not unreasonably slow. So also wanted to check here. We'll go to our camera status, and you can see now the battery level up in the top right. The built-in battery is now at 100%. So if you remember when we set this camera out, it was only at like, I don't know, around half. Maybe it was 40, maybe it was 60. I don't remember. But the solar panel here is definitely working. It's finished charging our battery. Looks like we've used a third of our memory card, 10.5 gigs out of 29.1. So the videos and photo size on this does take up a lot of space, this memory card being that highest resolution. Everything looks good here. The next thing, I'm going to pull the SD card. I'm going to copy all the SD cards over to my laptop, and I'm going to throw them up in the video so you can take a look at them in full resolution here in just a second, and then we'll come back with some final thoughts on this camera. Alright, y'all, well, there you have it. You've seen the camera in action, you've seen the setup, you've seen the pictures, you've seen the videos, you've seen just about everything. I gotta tell you, it seems like it's a pretty good camera. You know, having that solar panel really makes a difference. You know, you can pretty much, I think, run this camera pretty much indefinitely without, you know, running out of battery power, having to go back out, change batteries, etc., etc. The one limiting factor is going to be your SD card, right? So with this camera set on the highest resolution photo and video, it did use a lot of space on that SD card in 2 weeks. So that's something to keep in mind. How do you get around that? Well, you could not acquire photos and videos. You know, do one or the other. Just do photos. It's going to save a lot of space. Videos take up the most space in your SD card. You could also lower the quality. So instead of recording in that highest video format, you could record in a little bit lower format to save some SD card space. The other option is to get a larger SD card so you have more storage space. It's just one of those things you kind of have to balance, you know, between the two, because being a solar camera, using that solar panel, there's no reason to go out there and check it all the time. You don't need to. The thing's going to run, you know, 12 months a year, pretty much. But you still got to go out there and swap that SD card every now and then. Other than that, guys, I'm pretty impressed with the camera. And I don't know, I think it's one worth checking out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And y'all, if you've liked this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I've got a couple more coming. I hope y'all have a great day. And remember, take the roads less traveled.